So today for Throwback Thursday, I'm going to be talking about my Chekhov collection, and there's going to be a coupon code later. Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm going to be talking about the Chekhov collection. This was a collection of 3 shawls that I put out in 2019, starting in, I think I did April, May, June. And I like to do these collections where I have a 1-color shawl, a 2-color shawl, and then a 3-color shawl, and all of them are designed for flexible weight, flexible yardage, so that you can use up all of those precious bits of your skeins. Like I said, I'm going to have a coupon code. The thing that I will ask is when we get to the coupon code, you're welcome to use it, you're welcome to send people here, but the whole point is trying to get people to watch the IG lives or to watch the Kino Knits YouTube channel. So don't go post it somewhere else. Like, don't want to there are Ravelry threads where people just post coupon codes, and all that's great, but like a lot of times when we put those out there, it's to drive traffic to certain places. So just use it for yourself. So earlier today, for Me Made May, I was wearing my Chayka shawl, which is this gorgeousness right here. It is a single-skein shawl. It is knit out of 100-gram skein of fingering weight, but it's written for flexible yardage, so you could knit it with lace, sport, DK, whatever kind of yardage that you have. It's called Chayka, Chayka, which is how you say the seagull in Russian, which it's the first shawl in the Chekhov collection, named after Anton Chekhov, the Russian playwright. So you actually cast on right up here with just a few stitches, and then you expand out. It's got a little garter edge, and you do this beautiful lace detail, and once you hit 3 repeats of it, you stop expanding that part and just start going into stockinette. It is sort of a complex lace. You've got stuff you have to do on both the right side and the wrong side, but you keep increasing down until you about run out of yarn, and you do a couple little rows of garter and you bind off. So it makes this nice triangular shawl. I knit mine out of magpie fibers, but any single skein shawl would do. I would use a solid or a tonal or a semi-solid kettle dyed, something so that the lace is going to show. You don't want to go crazy variegated or crazy like textured yarn. But anyway, this has become one of my favorites. It's a very popular pattern. A lot of people buy it, and so yes, this is Chayka, which is the first shawl in the Chekhov collection. What I'm doing right now is making the Chekhov collection. It's 3 shawls, a 1-color, 2-color, 3-color. I'm going to talk about the others in a second. Where all 3 shawls right now normally is $12, but if you use the code LIVE, because this is an IG live, you will get 50% off. So 3 shawls for $6, usually one pattern is $6, through the end of May. So I'll repeat that a few times as people pop in and out. But yes, this is Chayka. This is the single skein shawl. I did mine in 1 skein of fingering weight out of magpie fibers. And it was just thoroughly enjoyable to knit. Sometimes designs fight you, sometimes they don't, and this one is the most magical design I've ever done. I wrote it down on paper, I cast it on, I knit it to the end with no mistakes, no changes, no ripping, and I finished it, and it was exactly what I wanted. This one was a huge win. So this is the 1-color shawl. Hi, Jen. Thanks to everyone who's coming in. I'm going through the Chekhov collection for a Throwback Thursday. My second shawl is a 2-color shawl, and it is called Questions and Answers, and I was really pleased with this one as well. This one is a stripy one, and what's really cool about it is most of it's in garter, so it's nice just zone out knitting, but then it's got this really cool edging, and I hope the lighting's okay. We actually lost power today. I have my ring light going, which is plugged into my laptop, which still has some battery power, but there's no power in my house right now. So what happens is once again, you start out in just a tiny corner, and you have the 1 color on one side and the other color on the other side, and they just kind of go back and forth. As I said, this one's called Questions and Answers, so it's like one side's asking a question and the other side's answering. And as it separates out to the edge piece, which is also in garter, you give it a little twist. And so it makes this really cool edging, and you knit down and down and down and down and down until you run out of yarn and you just bind it off. What was an unintentional bonus of this one when I made it is that all these loops on the side can help you with styling. So you can take this and just kind of loop it through one of these, and that makes it really fun to wear. So this is the Dyer changed brand names, but she's now known as Honeycomb Hills. Her name is Katrina, so Honeycomb Hills hand-dyed yarn. And this navy, I think, is her best color. Now, this light is not doing it justice because I don't have real light right now. But it's called It Makes His Eyes Pop. And it's just a really bright, rich navy. And I want to knit socks out of it and a hat and maybe a whole sweater. And then this one is called Almost Mint. So when I see it, I don't see green. I mean, I see a pale blue, but that's why it's almost mint, I guess. And so these I just happened to, I went to her booth intending to buy It Makes His Eyes Pop, and it was kind of near this one, and I was like, ooh, that's gonna make a good combo. So this is the questions and answers shawl. It's the 2-color shawl in the Kino Knits Chekhov collection, which is normally $12, but right now, for you people, I have a sale on. If you use the coupon code LIVE in Ravelry, L-I-V-E, you'll get 50% off. So you'll get 3 shawl patterns for $6. Normally 1 shawl pattern is $6. That will go through the end of May. So just to recap, 1 color Chayka, 2 color questions and answers, nice and cozy, and 3 colors. I didn't plan this very well because when I declared that I was going to go through the Chekhov collection, I forgot that I don't have my 3-color shawl. So this one named Chayka, that's the seagull by Chekhov. Questions and answers was another work of his. And then the third one, now I'm gonna see if I can do this without knocking everything over, is called The Three Sisters, which is another play by Chekhov. So here we go. This is the Ravelry page, since I don't have the actual shawl. I knit this out of, you can really see the ring light reflection. Let's see if I can center myself. Ta-da! This is The Three Sisters. It is a 3-color shawl. I knit it out of Leading Men Fiber Arts, and the colors were Heirloom, which is sort of the off-white, Barbie's Nighty, which I couldn't resist simply for the name, which is the hot pink, as you might guess, and Fortune Teller, which is another good navy. This is a really sizable shawl. Once again, it's designed so that you can use up all your yardage. And the way it looks, this is a super amateur schematic that I drew. It stripes, there's a little zigzag going down one side, and then it's got a sawtooth edge. And you have 2 colors that are just in garter, which I did the navy and the pink, and then you have 1 color that's a mesh. So for me, that was the plain white or the Heirloom colorway. You can see it sort of stretched out here. So you can see that zigzag at the top, the sawtooth edge, but then there's big strips of garter, and the mesh is just a lot of, you know, knit 2 together, yarn over and over again. What surprised me is was this picture. I love this picture. You've probably seen me use this picture before. Is kind of wearing it like a big shawl, right? Like putting it over a dress and belting it. So as I said, I don't have this shawl right now because it is with Leading Men Fiber Arts, the people who designed the yarn. But there are pictures on Ravelry. So all of these are in the Kino Knits Ravelry store. You can also find them on Love Crafts. You can find them through Deep South Direct, which is a shipping service that'll do hard copies mailed to you with a Ravelry scratch-off code. But there is a sale in Ravelry right now. It is 50% off the collection, which means the whole collection for 3 shawls is $6. Use the code LIVE, L-I-V-E. If you like this concept, I have another collection like this called the Tolstoy Collection. Same thing, it's got a 1, 2, and 3 color shawl, and I'm actually working on the ones for the next collection. Here is a quick flash, 3 color, whoo! All right, that's all you get to see of that one. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show you the other ones. No one's seen this, so let me dig these out. I'm going to show you one of them because that's what I have in this room. So my single skein for the other one, hi Jessie, is this. It's another long triangle, and right here in the middle there is a lace motif that I made up that is a flower. So this one was inspired by South Africa, and I bought this yarn in South Africa. For this pattern, I'm going to encourage people to go stash diving, like use that precious skein. And so this one is called Cape Town Protea because the flower that is associated with Cape Town in South Africa is the Protea flower, and that's what I tried to design there. So that's not what this is about, but this will be coming out in a couple weeks. And as I said, this has been a recap of the Chekhov collection. So the Chayka shawl, single skein, and the questions and answers shawl, which is 2 skeins, 2 colors with the really cool twisted edging. I recommend in the pattern that you do all these twists in the same direction, and if you screw it up, which I did on one of them, it made for good content. I put a video on the Kino Knits YouTube channel on how to fix that by chopping it and grafting it back together. It made for, you know, good content. So thank you. I'm really pleased with it as well. And so all 3 of these as the Chekhov collection, the third one not being with me, being with Leading in Fiber Arts, called The 3 Questions, are 50% off through the end of May for these viewers with the code LIVE. So that's $6 for 3 shawls. So yeah, that's a Throwback Thursday. Tomorrow my Instagram live will be at 4 p.m. at the same time, 4 p.m. Eastern. I ordered half a fleece from a Maryland sheep and wool vendor, and it came today. So I'm gonna open that box tomorrow live, and we'll see what it looks like inside. I also got another fun thing in the mail today, so tomorrow we'll be unboxing. And yeah, if you want to take a look at these shawls, if you missed the beginning and you want to see what all I said about them, I'm going to post this into my IG live stories. So this will be in my stories for 24 hours. And then I'm also going to save it off and put it in the Kino Knits YouTube channel, which is also linked in my profile. So unless anyone has any questions about Chayka or questions and answers or the 3 sisters, which I will show here, I will probably sign off. So thanks to everyone for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. for more. Bye.